Okay, we should be back. Okay, we should be back. Okay. Girl, my OBS pissed me off. Okay. Well, hello there, people. It is I. Um, I'm waiting for Silva to get his hole out of his hole. Just kidding. You and I lie. Okay, so as you all know, we're having today's shooting star spotlight on Silva, who is our best mod. Enzo, thank you for the 14 months. Yeah, when I get to the interview scene, the alerts will be turned off, so I won't be reading chat really all too much. Probably I'll look here and there, but if
Yay
something important
Silva,
happens, then
boy
I'll let you know.
15F heart.
But I'm really excited to introduce our guest today. You know him and love him. He's here every, mostly every stream, and he is graduating from his undergrad this week. So everybody give a warm welcome to our girly, our best boy ever, Silva Eriks. Hi, Silva.
Hi.
They can see you. They can't see you. Now they can see you. Period.
Peace.
Sar. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Just had a little bit of to eat. I had some potato tacos, you know. I was gonna work on my midterm just for like a little bit, but I was like, nah, let's save that for like another day. It's due tomorrow,
Midterm.
but let's save it for another day.
You have
Oh, my
midterms?
final.
Oh,
It
your
calls it a
finals.
midterm.
So. Okay. Oh fuck. All right. Well, where are we? How are you? How are you doing?
Good. I mean, I'm excited to graduate. A little bit nervous. Everyone's like doing a whole bunch of graduation things. It's like banquets and like photo shoots and things like that. So it's all finally hitting. Me and my friends, we went to Chili's on like 2 days ago. Um, and we were all like telling each other like our like fondest memories and things like that. We're all getting like a little bit teary, so it was just very like emotional. But it was like us finally being like, "This is it. Like, it's our time. We're almost
Mm.
gone." Yeah.
Oh, we're so proud of you. Oh, oops, I forgot to
Thank you.
skip. I don't have my glasses on. I skipped the first question. It was actually, could you please tell us your name, the name you'd like to go by, your pronouns, age, and birthday?
Oh, please.
Oops.
um, I mean, I just go by Silva. It's like my government last name, at least the first half of my government last name. Um, Pronouns like he can. What was the rest?
Oh, your age, birthday.
Oh, I am 22 years of age, and my birthday is January 24th, 2001.
January 24th. Really?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. What's been occupying your mind the most lately?
I think lately, just like what's gonna happen after graduation. I think my parents have just really been like depending on me and my brother to like finish like our school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, before they make like any other like big life decisions, and that's always been like in the back of our minds. Um, but now that I'm graduating, like they're thinking about like buying a house, potentially moving to like a new city as well, somewhere like a bit farther than where we live right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just thinking like, what's it gonna look like when we do eventually end up moving like to somewhere farther away. Um, just because a lot of my family like lives like near me,
Mm-hmm.
so it's gonna be like a really weird dynamic now, just like not seeing them as often. Like if I ever wanted to go see like my aunt, like I'm just be like, oh, like let me walk literally like 20 seconds and she's right there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be very different. It's like gonna be like a new, definitely like a new era, or a new chapter in my life, and just for like my family, and just thinking about what are we gonna do and how we're gonna establish ourselves in like a new place.
Okay, okay. Interesting. Do you see yourself is this well, is this an exciting time for you or are you a little bit anxious?
I think it's definitely a little bit of both.
Mhm.
Anxious just in the sense of like I don't know what the future has in hope for me. Um,
Mhm.
but also excited just because I have a plan of like what I want to do. So in the summer, I'm going to be working as a mentor
Mhm.
um, for this new program that we're implementing with Kern County,
Mhm.
which is really exciting because it's like the
Slay Kern
first one of
County.
its kind. It's gonna be like the first one of its kind. So
Mhm. I've hooked up
um,
with
we're still like
mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still like testing things out with like how we want things to run and things like that.
Like
Um,
what is the program?
so it's a class actually. So it's gonna be
Okay.
a dual enrollment class for students. It's gonna be like an introductory education course. It's actually one of the courses that I took
Mhm.
um, like a few years ago. But
Mhm.
it's basically like an introduction to like educational issues and scholarship.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be working like as a mentor and a teacher. So working both with like mentorship as well as curriculum for high school students.
Oh, that's cool. The only thing about education I know in Kern County is that I fucked all the gay music teachers there.
Please.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Only two.
You're sick.
Only two. The third one was not feeling it. Okay. Do you have a current favorite song?
My current favorite song. Mm, my current favorite song is that one choir version.
Please. The I Touch Myself choir version
Yeah, I have it on
from
repeat right now.
really from Sex Education.
Yes.
Period.
It's so good, like, it just gives me my fantasy. I'm like, "I touch myself, da, 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 da." It's so good.
When I think about yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
slick.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, do you have a favorite color?
Oh, favorite color? Blue. Anything
Blue.
blue, any shade of blue, I love.
Okay, your Shades of Cool by Lana Del Rey.
Please.
That's you.
No,
Is that
she
you?
wrote that song about me. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Exactly,
it's me.
exactly, exactly. Period, period. Are you
Oh, yeah,
allergic?
yeah, yeah.
Are you allergic to? Well, oh, actually, yeah. So, do your current favorite song and your favorite color, or we're also viewer submitted questions. This next one is also a viewer submitted question: Is are you allergic to any kinds of foods?
Foods? No, but I did have, like, a little scare, like, a few weeks ago, um, when I had my shrimp. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Yeah. I was so fucking worried about that.
Well,
'Cause
because
I know my brother's allergic to shrimp,
you're allergic to penicillin, right?
amoxicillin. So basically, like
Amoxicillin.
any variation,
Isn't that
basically,
derived
which
from
includes like
seafood?
penicillin. Is it? I have no idea.
Right? Isn't penicillin found in like shellfish?
I left STEM behind me. I don't know any of that anymore.
Hold on. Let me go look. Oh, it's somewhere. It's found somewhere, right? Whatever. Okay. Do you drink and or smoke?
I do, occasionally.
Both.
Yeah, both.
What's your liquor of choice?
Pink Whitney.
Girl, if Ari was here, she'd read your ass. Or he'd read your ass. Girl.
Please.
uh and do you exclusively smoke or do you like prefer edibles or what?
I think, like, in a social setting, like at a party or whatever, like, I'm down to smoke.
Hmm.
Um, but I just have to take it easy with myself because I don't know, the first time I ever, like, smoked, it was, like, really bad. I didn't know what the heck I was getting myself into. I was also really drunk, so, like, I hit, like, a pen,
Hmm.
um, but I hit a blinker. So,
What's a
like, when it
blinker?
came to, like a blinker is, like, when you, like, suck on the pen or, like, you inhale, like, until, like, the little light, like, starts blinking.
Oh, is that not good?
It just means that you took a really big hit,
Oh, I
like a
see.
really big one.
Okay. I know what you mean
Um,
now.
yeah, so I took one like that, and like I couldn't breathe. Like I was choking on the fucking smoke. I was my eyes were fucking watering. I was having a rough time at the fucking party. And then my friends around me, they saw that I was crying because I just couldn't breathe. And then one of them comes up to me and it's like, "Are you okay? Like, don't be sad." And I'm like, "Girl, I can't fucking breathe."
No, because then
So
you
yeah,
start coughing, right? That's when you know if you cough too much, then like that's when
yeah.
you know it's gonna like you're gonna be on another planet. You're gonna be what does Dark Cosmic Love say? Consume. That's gonna
Please,
be that's gonna be you.
no, for real. The fucking smoke consumed me.
Okay.
I was
Um
fucking blasted into oblivion.
this next is a viewer question. It says, "Do you like boys?"
Um,
Well, kind of sort
eh,
of.
debatable sometimes.
Okay, what is directly to your right?
A TV.
Okay, do you collect anything?
No, but I want to. I want to collect pins.
Pins?
Hmm.
Oh, I got a
I
whole
think
bunch I
I've
can give
seen
you.
please. um, and they just like after seeing like a whole bunch of like pin collections, I'm just like I want like my own, but like cunty slay ones, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
sometimes like, I don't know. Like, people give me pins and I'm like, oh, this is not what I want. I feel bad because,
yeah.
like, my sister genuinely meant well, but she gave me this one pin that, like, is Lady Gaga from the telephone music video. And then she's holding a sign that says Born This Way. And I was like, this is two different eras, mama. Like, like that was Fame Monster era and you're giving me a Born This Way era. Like, it was.
Please.
No, it's okay. I still have it, but I just like I don't know where I would put it.
Mm.
Um, and then she used to work at Pete's too, so she gave me like the Rainbow Pete's coffee cup one too, which is like cool. It was like their pride pin that they give to their employees or whatever. Um,
That's cute.
what is something you're passionate about?
Um, something I'm passionate about, I guess. Mm, I feel I have like a passion for it, but I don't necessarily have the time to do it. But I really, really like dancing, like particularly like contemporary, like lyrical.
Oh,
Like a
dancing.
little bit into jazz. Yeah.
I thought you said kissing, and I was like,
Oh,
sorry.
bitch.
I was like, oh, oh?
um,
Okay,
I don't
dancing.
know, maybe a little bit of that too, but but yeah, I mean dancing. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've always had like an affinity towards like dancing. It's just like self-expression in that medium. But
Mm-hmm.
my parents are always just like very adamant of me like dancing or doing any kind of like physical activity, except soccer, which was very ironic because I think soccer is a lot more like physically like demanding than dancing
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um
Yeah.
in certain ways. But it was because of like the whole issue with like my arm and like having it like injured. Um and then just like concerned that like dancing might flare up like the injury or like cause even more problems like down the road. So it wasn't until like my eighth grade year, like in middle school, where they finally like let me like audition for the dance team and like be a part of it. Um, but I think I wanted to start ever since like maybe fifth or sixth grade, um, and then just like continue with it until like I graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
But I only had the chance eighth grade. I loved it. I think I made like a lot of like strong connections like within the dance team. It was always just like a really big family. My dance teacher also like just saw like the passion in me like for dancing. So he really like pushed me like that whole year. There's like the different levels that you can do. So there was like I think beginner, intermediate one, intermediate two, and then like the advanced team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the first day that I fucking went into the dance team like rehearsal, uh, he was like splitting everyone up. So he was like, "Oh, like beginners over here, like in the dance room, like y'all are working with like this choreographer, and then intermediate two and advanced going to the auditorium. Y'all are working with like these other choreographers and with me." So it's like, okay, like it's my first day, like so I'll be with the beginners. And then I go in
Mhm.
there, and then everyone already knows, like, routines, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I don't know
Mm.
anything, like, how is it that everyone else, like, already knows what they're doing, and I'm just here, like, fucking, like, you
Yeah.
know?
You're like
And
winging
then
it.
eventually yeah, 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 and then eventually I go to my teacher, Mr. Mendoza, and I ask him, I'm like, "Oh, like, am I in this routine? Because it seems like everyone, like, already knows, like, their parts and things." And he was like, "No, like, why are you in there? Like, go with the intermediate kids." I was like, "What do you
Not
mean?"
go with the
So,
intermediate
like,
kids.
no, for real. I was like, "It's my first day out here. What do you mean intermediate?" But he wanted
Mhm.
me to go with the intermediate too, which is like one below the advanced kids.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Damn, like, okay." So I go with the intermediate kids, and it's like a smaller group, like
Mhm.
definitely like a smaller group. Um, you have like a lot more like people in like the beginners, and then like just the higher it gets, like the less students there are.
Mhm.
So I go with them, and then I start like learning the routine or whatever, and they're asking for like triple like pirouettes, like little spins, like they're asking for like triples and like a bunch of like these other more advanced um like techniques, and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. Like I can barely do a fucking like leap.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
There's a lot of vernacular that's like you just don't know. Like you don't have like
yeah.
yeah.
So, I don't know, it definitely took, like, a lot of work trying to, like, keep up with them, but, I mean, in the end, like, we ended up going to, like, competition, and we ended up, like, getting, I think, like, 1st and, like, 2nd place for, like, some of our pieces. Um, I think overall we won, like, the regional, something like that, I don't know.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
honestly don't remember, that was, like, a few years ago, but I don't know, it was a lot of fun, and then going into high school, like, I also kinda had to, like, fight my way through. I was constantly fighting, but I had to
Eh,
fucking fight my way into the fucking dance team because I hadn't gone to the auditions because I went to a different high school first. So I
Mhm.
didn't go to the auditions for Belgrano's high school where I went, and I kinda just told the counselor, I was like, "Yeah, like, one of my friends said that I made it into, like, 4th period," which is, like, the intermediate one,
Mhm.
and then the counselor was like, "Oh, are you sure? Did you go to the auditions?" I was like, yeah, yeah, they said I made it into, like, 4th period, so I can, I can just go in there. You can enroll me into that class. Um, so yeah, that's how I, like, eventually made it into the dance team without fucking auditioning.
Oh, I didn't know you were a scammer like that.
Mhm.
But that's interesting. Well, when was the last time you danced? How long has it been?
Since my 1st year in college, so, like,
Damn,
what, 2019?
so like 3, 4 years.
Mhm.
That's crazy, man. Well, I didn't know that. When I initially wrote that question in, I thought it would be a completely different answer. But that's crazy. That's crazy to think about. So, do you think that like you'll want to pursue some sort of dance in the future? Just like a class here or
I
there?
I think eventually, like, I do wanna, like, join,
Mm-hmm.
the program because
Mm-hmm.
it is, like, an after schools program that's
Mm-hmm.
run by, like, a dance teacher. So I think eventually, like, after I get my actually, not even after I get my master's, probably while I'm getting my master's, um, or even, like, this upcoming, like, school year, like, I'll probably go back to their generation team because they have, like, the middle school, like, dance team for, like, the kids and everything, but then they also have the generation team. So anyone who's, like, an alumni,
Mm-hmm.
um, of the, like, intermediate dance team can, like, join. So you usually have, like, students, like, come back, like, the year after they graduate from, like, 8th grade to, like, join the generation dance team,
Mm-hmm.
or even, like, older members as well that, like, have been with him, like, for years. A lot of the time, it's just, like, mostly, adult members,
Mm-hmm.
um, but you, like, see some of these, like, generation members eventually go on to be, like, assistant directors, or they become part of the after school program, like, they actually get, like, employed,
Mm-hmm.
to be a part of the All-Stars program. So
That's
something like that is what I wanna eventually do in the future.
okay. Well, in the meanwhile, I can send you some Luna dances that you can teach me. Okay.
Please.
Okay. Um, the last question of this current uh I had them set up in like present, past, and future questions, and this was the present
Mhm.
question era, which kind of touched upon your past, but it's fine. It's neither here nor there. Is if you were to title this era or chapter of your life, what would you title it?
Damn. My entering adulthood era.
Oh, the entering adulthood era, the EA
Mhm.
Sports.
Not the EA Sports, please.
Oh wow. I'm thinking about like a book about you, and what would it be titled? If you had a title of a book, if you had a book about your life, what would you title it?
Damn, I can't say slurs on stream. Fuck.
It's okay.
But
We're quoting.
now we're quoting, please. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know what I would like title a book.
Yeah, this is
Damn, so
something I
the word that could.
this is something that I've thought about quite often, but then in my delusional head, I actually have few like a handful of books that I've written about my life, but they're just like in different ways. So I don't know. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, I can, my best friend, he's from college. He would title of the book "Fuck Exhausted ARM," please. um, but uh, I had a friend when we first met. He was like, I think the title of my book, nobody steal it, okay, but would be "The World Was a Mess, but His Hair Was Perfect." I was like, wow, which is so funny because like he's not that person anymore, and I am, and I was like, can I steal that from you? But my
No,
hair
that
is not.
I mean, yeah.
Not today though. My hair is. I tried. Um.
Nate, shut up. Your hair always looks good.
Okay, so now I have a section. This is actually a a section that I would call Twinkism. I'm just
Twinkism.
kidding. I don't know. No, but it's this one is more like about, well, what is okay, so when people first meet you, what is the first thing people notice about you? What do you think?
What is the first thing people want to what?
Notice about you. Like what do they notice about you?
Notice about me. Okay.
What do you think it is? What do you know it is? What don't you know it
I
is?
feel like hmm,
I can tell you what I thought
I
about
feel
you,
like
but
what I want people to notice about me, I guess like the first time is like my smile now. um just because like before like growing up, like I would always be like very hesitant to smile around people just because like of like my teeth are like really fucked up.
Mhm.
Um but then like as soon as I got my braces off, like I just would always like smile like so much more.
Mhm.
Um so yeah, I guess like my smile would be the first thing.
It's that's interesting to think about because I know a lot of people who have really cute smiles and they don't smile because of that same reason.
Mhm.
Um, um, and maybe it's just I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's pretty common too, yeah. Well, I think the first thing I
Mhm.
noticed about you, well, you did have braces, so it wasn't your smile. Because I don't think you ever smiled. Well, I mean, you did, but
Yeah.
like, um, I was like, oh, he wasn't lying when he said he was short. I was like, oh, he is short. It's not a bad thing
Please.
though, but I was just like, oh, yeah. Are you comfortable talking about your body?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've definitely grown to like love my body a little bit more.
Hmm.
It's definitely been like a struggle, but you know, slowly getting there.
Really? Do you strike me as somebody who's like very confident in their appearance?
I guess in some ways, like some parts of my body I am like a little bit more comfortable with, but
Mm.
other
Big
parts, I
dick,
guess
big
it's
dick.
like wait, what?
I was like, big dick, big dick.
Please. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now we said it.
The one. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you think overall though, how would you say it like on a 1 to 10?
In terms of like, mm,
Well, just talking about your body. Are you comfortable talking about your body?
oh yeah, I'm comfortable talking about it.
Yeah. Mm, do you do you let's say do you identify as a twink?
I do. A Latino twink, to be specific.
Oh, really? In your own
Yeah.
words, in your own words, what is a twink?
So in my own words, there's different levels of twinkness, twinkology, if you will.
Okay, let's go to
Um,
school. Okay. I got my
let's
pen and
go to
paper.
school, please.
Okay.
Let me start right now. Class is in session. Um, but no, I think the way that I would define a twink is just definitely someone that is like, small framed,
Mm-hmm.
um, usually lacking in hair, often shorter, you know, the telltale signs of, you know,
Mm-hmm.
twinkhood.
Exactly.
But then you have
None
different
of you
variations,
lanky Pete
you know?
Davidsons are twinks. I'm sorry. Go on.
Please.
I don't know if we're gatekeeping that, but go on. Sorry to interrupt.
No, we are. We are. But yeah, I think those are just like the primary signs of like a
Okay.
twink. And then you have like the different variations, you know? You have like the white twinks, you have the Latino twinks, um, et cetera, you
Right,
know?
right, 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 right.
And
Yeah.
then with those come like the different personalities as well, the white twinks being the more, catty ones often.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um,
Not the signs and symptoms. Exactly, baby. Okay. My chair is so squeaky. I hope you didn't hear that. Okay. Um, when do you think will be the day you no longer identify as a twink?
the day I hit 150 pounds.
Girl, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like by then I'll probably have like some other kind of like curvature to me. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Um, do you recall a time when someone took you more or less seriously based on your looks, based on your twinkism?
I think that's an interesting question. I think maybe when I was in the bathhouse.
Mm. Oh, the one that closed down.
Yeah,
I
that
have
one.
an Oomfie that worked there. Do you know him? He's a Twitch streamer too. He streams The Sims. You were in his chat with me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paulo.
yeah. He worked there.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
see him there. He'd be the one to fucking,
check you in.
yeah, check me in.
Give you the towel. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. The people that work at mine are nice too. I haven't been there in a long time. Ever since I was like doing OnlyFans,
Mm.
but not like on mine, on someone else's. Okay. Well, yeah. So, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, did they take you more or less seriously?
I definitely think they take me a little bit less seriously when I tell them like, oh, like I'm a top and like I have like these like
Mm.
preferences or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because I guess it's like that like notion of like twinks being like bottoms or like associating like one's
Yeah.
like physical appearance with their like sexual like preferences and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so definitely taking me a little bit less seriously when I would be like, nope, like I'm a top, I like whole.
That's yeah. It's really
Um,
interesting because like I had a friend who like I mean you like older men, yeah.
yeah.
So like I had a friend who liked older men too, and like it was just like after a while he was telling me he was like it's getting really old. Like when I like meet his friends or whatever, like we're like chilling in a
Mhm.
hot tub with like him and his friends or whatever, and then like he said I would like speak or have something to say about like to contribute to the conversation, and they would just look at me like, "Oh, it speaks."
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh, that's so sad. I would hate that." Like it's yeah, it's I mean, I'm not a twink. I don't think I ever have been, but like in a lot of settings that like where the common thread is like sexuality or whatever,
Mhm.
um it's it's hard to fight, it's hard to be seen as who you are than what you are, and it's like that's something that I constantly try to fight for, because like I feel like I have a personality that's better than what I look like. But I mean,
Please.
correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. But you know what I mean. So
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean.
um do you think that people do you think that being perceived as a twink feeds into people inherently sexualizing you?
I definitely think so. Um, I think it's just like the general narrative of like twinks being like submissive
Mm-hmm.
and breedable.
Yeah, yep.
Um, I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
have to constantly fight the allegations, you know?
Right, something that Jer is very well aware of. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm-hmm. um and then let's see, what is a hot take you have about gay sex?
A lot of people don't know how to have it correctly, or at least in a way that lets both people enjoy it.